The best of the 757 Community Talk Show. I know I'm late. It's the holidays. We're just coming after Thanksgiving. So I just want to come on for a brief moment. I didn't schedule any guests, but of course, this is Captain85, so I want you to hit the share button and invite some people over to the conversation. And let's talk about something that's going on in the 757 and throughout this two up, two down, VA, and the United States, because it's Christmas time. It's time to do some Christmas shopping. You already know if you ain't got your list together, you better watch out. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa is coming to town because it's Christmas. We got to talk about Christmas. Yeah. But today I'm just going to talk about just for a few minutes, about 30 minutes today. Some of the gifts that, I'm hoping that people will support the best of the 757 community, WVDM radio, people music that they play, and probably play a snippet of some of the music that I play for you during my radio show, to get you to know that that these are some of the people I like for you to try to support if you can. Right now, you're looking at, I don't want to play to me because they kind of like block me when I do that too. That cover is, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to take it down. That's not the one I want to put up. Sorry, I apologize. Lucius Bennett. Everybody know who Lucius Bennett, Shot House. That's the music, the EP that's out, with a couple of others. I'll, run past it. That's one of his latest ones, called Shot House. And that's on all music outlets. And what we try to do here on the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show and the radio show, WVDM Radio, that comes on at 3 to 5 every day, Monday through Fridays. Weekends, I haven't scheduled anything yet, but New Year coming, new things are approaching. But nevertheless, Lucius Bennett is one of the artists that, if you could take time out and support this young man. He's from the 757 and he's been working diligently in bringing blues. He's a blues singer, and he does a good job of it. And if you like to hear some of his music, chime in today, and we'll be playing some of his music today. Every day we come on. If that WVDM radio is 24 hours a day, you can download the amp Live 365 from your amp store, and type in Vaughn Digital Media Radio, and that will bring us to be able to make sure that we can help support Lucius Bennett in his music career. And this is what I'm saying when it comes to supporting the people here in the 757, is to bring people to the table, and to make sure that we can, motivate them and let them know that, hey, well, we're about to do things to help expedite their career. And we can do that if we learn to work together. It's important to support our artists and bring people about. Lucius has been a staple in the community and entertainment. For those that may not know, Lucius used to do karaoke back before he retired from that, and I think he changed it over to some of the people that was working with him. And like I said, it's all about supporting our artists. And each and every day this week, we'll try to bring on some of the people that I play locally music so that we can do something for Christmas as a Christmas stocking stuffer to put their music in there and let people be aware that, hey, these people need our support. These people need to we need to help support our local artists as well as our national local artists, because if it wasn't for the 757, with a lot of these people, a lot of these national recording artists out there today may not have made it. And only way you can do anything is to help support the local artists. Lucius Bennett, Blues, and like I said, is tune in today at 3 o'clock on WVDM radio, and you will hear something from Lucius Bennett. And also, this young man here has been getting tremendous reviews and support, because I saw the report on him. He's over 100,000 people. I'm talking about Antoine B. And hopefully I can have a couple of them on maybe this weekend. Maybe I'll have them on this Saturday. I'll check and see. I just want to, give a little promotion out, because Christmas and people are making a list, and you got to check it twice and find out who's naughty or nice. And I hope that Antoine B will be one of the artists that you will go and download the music. And you also, when you're listening to WVDM, you can download the music from the amp. You can download the music if you like to purchase it. And like I said, is I try to play a lot of positive, good feel music, and music with a message to change the narrative in our community, because the frequency is off. That's why we have so much violence and stuff going on. We got, video games, we got music that's causing our young people to react in a way that they never reacted before. And you might say, well, that ain't true. No, they're not. It's not, it doesn't work that way. Trust me, it does not work that way. Music does. That's why it's our culture that's running around here killing everybody. You don't see Chinese people sing. Look at all the country and western. Do you ever notice the country and western people concerts? You see how many is thousands. They had like 10. They had like 20, 50,000 people. Look at can't think of a name right off, it'll come to me. She just sold out on Ticketmaster, and the thing broke down. It broke down because people was trying to buy her tickets, and it didn't go well, and it broke down. And like I said before, we have to do better to support our people so that our next generation of entertainers will be able to have a platform. We got to stop sitting around here thinking that, hey, it's just going to work out. It doesn't work that way. We have to work hard. We have to get our people noticed. We have to get our people to understand what positive music is, what good feel music is, and the music that's got all this negative energy in it is destroying our community. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it, but this is my platform and I talk about it. So we have to do more than just point fingers at this person and that person. We have to be able to say to the young people, I didn't let you down. Our young people have been let down. That's why we have so much problems in the community, because it seems like we decided not to care. We decided to give up on our young people, and all we have to do is get them to listen to positive music and direct them in the right direction. There's so much music out there today. We should not be. Taylor Swift, that's her name. Taylor Swift, look at her concerts. They sold out. The thing broke down. We don't have to use negative content. Negative content has got us where we are looked at as being irresponsible. Even P. Diddy coming back talking about, "Oh, I'm bringing love back." Well, you should. You the one took it away. Your gangster music take it away, and now we suffering the backlash of all this negative music. People are dying every single day because they feel like there's no hope. They feel there's no joy. And speaking of joy, this young man here sings gospel as well, and his music is now in iTunes, and he's from the 757. And we have so many tremendous artists and people that do great work in the studios that we need to try to get them supported and get their music out to the point where we need to be able to justify why. And that's Breakthrough, the new single by Mike E. and Joe Slater. Joe Slater is the singer. He's from the 757. We have the artists that we can support and bring to the forefront and let them know that we care about them. You can hear this today doing 5 to 6 on the Best of the 757 Let's Get Praise Music Ministry with the Voice of Inspiration. That's from 5 until 6 on WBDM Radio. And we want to support our artists in a tremendous way. Christmas is here. We could, these are gifts that you can buy for Christmas stocking, stocking stuffers, when your budget and got low, your dough is low, then give a stocking stuffer. This young man here is Stanley Ray Jr. And Stanley Ray, he wants to know, how many of y'all know Jesus is real? Even though we look at Christmas as a pagan religion, but it was the day that Jesus was born and to come into the world so that we could have a chance for everlasting life. We got opinions about when Jesus was born and who is Jesus and who he ain't. But believe me and trust me, you need to understand we are spiritual people. It ain't no black, white, red, purple. You're gonna be in heaven. People are gonna be, your spirit is gonna only reflect the way that you live your life here on earth. And I'm not here to debate people about religion. What I believe is what I believe. What you believe is what you believe. But take a look around you in this day and time and see what's going on. Take a look around you. Stanley Ray, he got a testimony. He knows the struggle he went through with the things he done. So I'm going to try to bring one or two on either this week or following week, pending in their schedule, to try to bring them on. And because I want you to know these people. Know that it's up to us to support the 757. When is the last time you seen, other than Pharrell Williams, Missy Elliott, Timberland, the names that come up? What other names do you have come up? Genuine, Blackstreet. What other names have been coming up lately that is because we don't support them? New York, support New York. The ATL, support the ATL. LA, West Coast, support Cali. Don't get it twisted. No man is an island unto himself. But it's no need for us to sit around here and point fingers and won't support our own people. We have to understand our young people are looking for leadership, not to keep talking about getting the bag, not talking about, what video game, not talking about put the guns down. when you ain't offering them no other choices. Fear, fear. They hear it day in and day out. Video games, music, they're being bombarded with negativity every single day. And we want to know why they carrying a gun. We want to know why they shooting each other. It's a frequency, people. If you don't believe me, turn your music off. If you don't believe me, turn your TV off and sit in your house with silence and go to bed early and see when you wake up the next day how refreshed, how your mind will relate. Do you take your kids for a walk? Do you take them down to Waterside just to sit down there? Do you take them down there to Virginia Beach to the ocean front just to hear the water? Because the water sings too. If you listen, there's a melody in the water. Stop taking things for granted. Our kids are being attacked spiritually, mentally, and then it becomes physical. We're losing too many people in our community. Yeah, we could talk about what happened at Walmart. We can blame Walmart. I used to run clubs for 40 years of my life. People can't tell me about what the police go through because I went through it running the clubs with the police and with customers. Everybody got an attitude. Everybody got a chip on their shoulder. That's why they close clubs. Black clubs out of business. The other clubs are still open. People today don't know how to manage clubs. They think it's all about making money. I'm brought up, there's good money and there's bad money. You have to pick a choice. I ran clubs and I try to run as professionally as possible. I know the rules and regulations are ABC laws. I'm not going to break the laws. Anybody with common sense wouldn't break laws. But when you go in business and business ain't coming in but 1 or 2 times a week, and it's 7 days, 30 days to a month, those bills don't stop. Then you're getting desperate and you take all kind of money. You let all kind of people in, the bad ones and the good ones. But you have a choice. We have choices. When we go out, who we going with? Do you go with the same people every week? Do you have a group of people that you follow to clubs, to restaurants to eat, to movie theaters? You go as a group? When I was growing up, when I didn't go out until I was about 20, 21, because I was mostly in church. And when I started going out with friends that I work with, and we would take turns driving because I didn't drink and they did. And they said, well, you can drive your car this week, or next week I'll drive, but you can drive my car because I want to get tore up, as they say. Back in the day, you get tore up when you don't work 5 days a week, you get your check, you want to go get blasted. Some of the things that some of my friends used to do, we used to go to the music store and buy tambourine, Fuji's, wood blocks, cowbells, and learn how to play them when we went to the club. We used to follow Bob Disco Fields, Mr. Magic himself. And he would be at Short Schumann Hall on 21st Street and other places like down Rose Gallery in Virginia Beach, following wherever he was. But you already know it's going to be a party going on with Bob Disco Fields. And in some points when we used to go, he would turn his music down. He would turn his music all the way down and say, ladies and gentlemen, I want y'all to hear my rhythm section. And we would play our instruments to no music. We just be playing because the energy was there. And the people never stopped dancing. And he said, you can follow, and whenever I'm playing, y'all need to come wherever I am. I'm going to introduce you. We had people supporting us. Today, like I used to tell the cities and anybody, when you close the club up, you close down the avenue for people that sing, write, perform. That's their platform. There is no platforms no more. There's hardly any platforms for people to perform when they close the club up in the Afro-American community. They know what our culture is. Our culture is dancing. You done close the club up now, black people can't dance. Where they going? They can't dance. That energy is going to overspill. You got to study everything when it comes to us. You just think that we just want to go out and drink. A lot of people don't even drink. And I'm one that don't drink. But on occasions, I will buy a couple of people a drink around, maybe 2 rounds, depending on if it's a male or female. If it's people that supported me in the club business when I was there. I can't support everybody because my pockets ain't that deep. Never has been. But what I do is I take care of those that took care of me. That's what I do. That's why you see me putting people music up today, because these are the people that came in the club when they were young or supported me in my endeavors in managing or owning clubs. You can't run a club nowhere in this city for 15 years. Name one black club now. Name one black club since 2010 that's been open 10 or 15 years. Name one. Go ahead. You can tell me. I know you got one. Name one club that's been open 10 or 15 years. And it's only one and two, maybe two. Maybe two. One in Norfolk, and the other one is in Newport News. That's the Alley. And the other one is the Soul Food Cafe up there now where they are in the Jamaican Red Place. Other than that, all these other places come and go, As we call it in the day, grand opening and grand rising. Grand opening and grand closing. Because if you don't run it like it's supposed to be, my philosophy, and when I go and manage a club, when you don't see me managing a club, not because I'm older, because I only have one purpose when I ever been a DJ, ever managed clubs, is to make sure the customer comes first. Your safety is the most important thing there is. Now, people are like, yeah, I went to the club. Y'all had fights up there? Sure. But you didn't see that same person coming back. You didn't see those two people coming back because they weren't allowed. That's because it wasn't about money. I didn't care how much money you had or how much money you was worth. It's about respecting everybody in that building because you're dealing with a lot of personalities and attitudes. Our music can drive a person to fight. That's why I had special DJs like DJ Heart Attack, DJ Easy G, BT for Better Times. If you haven't heard, then you wasn't supposed to know. My DJs in any club that I worked, I picked them for one specific reason: to entertain you, not to get you riled up with all this music that cause you to lose your life or hurt someone else. And I'm not doing that. And I've gotten fired because I wouldn't do it. People like, oh, well, I need this crowd. We lose the money. Okay, well, I'll do something different. But it's not overnight. Building a business, building a brand is not overnight. It's the same like if you're an entrepreneur. You got merch you want to sell, you got to advertise, you got to market. That's part of WVDM radio. I do the internet radio so that you can market your business, your brand, very reasonable. I'm not expensive. I'm not going to charge you money that you can't afford to pay because I want you to make a profit. Why would I charge you $200-300 and your merchandise? You have this, most of your merchandise, most people selling is anywhere between $5 and some is $2. You have to sell 100 pieces to give me $200? That is ridiculous for anybody on the internet. Yeah, if your brand is like Walmart or Walgreens, I do have national accounts and I make money from them. But I ain't getting no bag like that. I get a percentage. I should be able to market you at a reasonable rate, very little cost. I do have packages different for music people. I have packages different for people that got merchandise. But it has to be marketed. That's why you see me do a talk show. That's why you see me do my radio show, because I'm working for the people that support my brand. Am I going to make a profit at the end of the year? Maybe not. But in the near future, because of COVID and because I caught COVID and I'm still recovering from that a year later, year after being in the hospital, I'm still going on 2 years. But the thing is this, my job is to figure out a way to make it feasible for you to get recognized. I work for you. That's why you see me putting up the pictures of the people, like, you know him if you're watching. That's the one and only Romonte Allen. I've been knowing Romonte going on about 10 years. I met him, well, longer than that. Met him in 2007 or 2008 when I was at Luxury Brown. He came in and trying to get a date to do, to perform. And at the time, I had already locked in several bands and for Fridays. And, I wasn't able to squeeze him in because I got fired the following year, even though I was working to do just that. I was working to do a talent show on bought equipment, spend thousands of dollars to buy equipment to do what Facebook is doing now. I keep telling people, Facebook, because they got millions of dollars, we can stop anything we want in our community if we support each other. Because we can't sit around waiting for handouts. I build my brands. I build nightclubs. Any club I've been in, if you ever came, I'm there for anywhere from 2 to 8 to 15 years. Nobody around here has been in a club longer than I have. That's living. Don't let them fool you. I got the scars and the pictures to show it, the videos to show it. Probably got y'all in one, whoever's watching right now. I've been videoing ever since I was able to have a camera that I could walk around in my hand. And I'll be putting some of that stuff up on the internet as the months and the year come in next year. I got people from Picasso's. I got people from Luxury Brown. I got people from a couple other places, celebrities and everything. Even when you wasn't supposed to film celebrities, I got them. I got a few. I got the Buddha Brothers when they was playing at Picasso's. Nobody got that kind of footage. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Technology is something I've always been using. Why? Because we don't document things. They let us put it in a book and we'll just tell them. That's why you don't know who you are. That's why we around here mad with each other. You mad with me and you want me to be mad with you. I'm not going to do that. I have always tried to explain to people We take care of each other. We all can be successful. God made no man an island. Romante, this, where you from? You want to hear it today? I don't want to put it because this, if I put just any type of music on this platform here, they send me a letter, you using music you illegally. How can I be illegal and it's your music? I mean, I'm just telling you, everybody always trying to block me. But Romante Allen, I'll be playing this song, Where You From Today, at 3 to 5, anywhere between WVDM. I'll have the link on Facebook and Messenger if you're a part of that format. And like I said before, it's not just about me. I do this because I care about people. I care about our community. I care, because why do I care? Because I was brought up that way. And this one is the one and only. This song right here, when y'all go out to clubs or wherever you go, or call into the radio stations, like all the other songs that you just saw me talk about, call the radio station, request them to play it. This was Juanita Wynn here, Grammy Award winning. She does gyro music. She does gospel. She's a international singer. She's toured with other people as backup artists. This is her new single. It's called The One. Again, I'll be playing it today in the 3 o'clock hour and maybe in the 4 o'clock hour. But I try to bring you as much positive music and music that you may remember and you may not remember. And I try to bring you a lot of the local artist music. This is for Christmas. Oh, y'all had, I mean, $1.29 for a single? You can buy a gift card for $5 and say, hey, Merry Christmas. I was watching the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show, and you can go and buy each one of these and put the names of the people in the gift card, in the iTunes or whatever format you buy a gift card, and put the name of the artist and say, please, at least buy 2 or 3 of these artists and buy, some artists that you like. Support our local people. This is what it's all about. Support the 757. We've supported people that's already got money. I ain't mad with Pharrell. Get the bag, baby. If you can get it, get it. But you ain't open up no doors for our local artists now. And I ain't afraid to say it. That's why I'm saying it, because I want it to be recorded. Where's our local artists at now? I love Missy Elliott. But Missy, why y'all ain't putting something down for our local artists? You got your bag. You got your gifts. God blesses those that is a cheerful giver. Because the clubs that I was running, most of these people started in those clubs. Now the clubs are closed. They're closing down the black clubs. Y'all won't even talk to people that's trying to get people out there. And some of the people that's doing it are not even supporting the people that are trying their best to do what's right. And I'm trying to figure out, what's $1.29? What's $5? You spend that at McDonald's. You spend that at Burger King. You want to go to something in the water, but you won't support the person that stay next door to you. What's wrong with that? And you're asking me, why do I talk as much as I do? Because I like supporting local artists. I spend my time listening to their music, searching the internet. I search Facebook to see who's talking about what artists. I buy their music. I don't want them to send it to me. I buy their music. Why? Because that's me supporting them, not with lip service. That's me supporting them. The picture you see today is in iTunes. That's Your Evolution. That's by Eddie Behringer, 757. I'm not looking for no pat on the back. My blessings come from up from God. Whether or not you like me or you don't like me, I don't care. What I care about, if you care about the people I'm telling you about, to spend $1.29 or $5, why can't you? It's not just about me. I haven't made a dime since I've been doing this. And I've been playing music and spending music for licensing software for the last forever, because that's my what God sent me to do. That's my mission, is to help somebody along the way so their living won't be in vain. Eddie Behringer, get the song, get this from iTunes. So don't say I forgot, because this is recorded. If you're looking in there or sharing it with somebody, tell them. All you got to do is speed it fast under the album, look at the album, get the name, or while I'm talking, it's texting it in words. We got to do more than just talk about what the world is doing to us. I think it's what we are doing to ourselves. This right here, I was going to launch it this year, but because of all the paperwork I have to do and stuff to make sure that I'm tired of people trying to rip the things I create for the last 30 or 40 years. So I'm now forming my corporations and businesses, licensing and copyrights and trademarks. And it takes time. But this, I'm waiting for 2023, because God don't make mistakes. My spirit said, wait till first of the year. You know, you never do nothing in the middle or at the ending of a year. That's why it's called New Year, New Beginning. This book is designed, it's a coloring book. It's the Real Adventures of Captain85 comedy coloring book. This one here. It is for the youth and adults to read storyboards and color, to color themselves, to pick up a color pencil or color marker or whichever one they want to use. But I think I'm going to check with the printer to make sure uh, what paper I put it on, if it's heavy enough for markers or just for color pencils or color crayon, that you use the right one, because they're double-sided pictures. This is to engage people that might have been bullied, to engage people that thinking about using a gun, smoking, or drugs. Somebody trying to entice your kids to go in a store and steal. This covers a lot of things, this book here, because we're not just dealing with gun violence. We're also dealing with mental health problems. And this is why I created the coloring book, because it deals with mental health, gun violence, and all the avenues that we are confronted with. Our youth, our kids are confronted with every day. So much evil is going on. Drugs, people committing suicide, people killing other people and then committing suicide. We're not paying attention no more. In not this book, but in my coloring book, I'll show you the cover of that. It's and it says It used to say it takes a village to raise a child. But in today's world, children are raising children. You got young ladies at 15 or 16 or younger having babies with no help from the family or the father. And young ladies need to know, if you're going to sleep with a man, then use protection. Are you sleeping with a man to get pregnant? Because we fail to realize dating and having sex is part of the problem in our community. You use your body as a weapon against the black man. The black and brown man is in jail. And if you're going to have a child out of wedlock, then he should be responsible. And you taking him to jail ain't making him responsible. Taking him to jail is part of the pipeline to prison. That's a jail sentence. And you can stop that as simple as day. Don't have sex with him. Don't have sex with him. Everything we do have consequences. And you notice the jails is full of people that didn't pay child support. How many women are in jail for not paying child support? But women are going to jail for killing kids because they didn't know it was going to be a mental thing. We got so many negative content going on. Are we just having babies, getting pregnant, just having abortion? We don't have to pass a law. That's just like the government said, we're going to pass a law if you have sex. Because you only can have a baby, an abortion, unless you have sex. You're not touched by the Holy Spirit. Well, his spirit or her spirit. I had 7 kids. And I said, I will let no man raise my children. And I had children by 4 different ladies. 2 that I married, 2 that I didn't marry, because at the time, we broke up. Or they said they didn't want to get married at the time. But I'm still going to take care of my kids. Life is not easy. We have to make sacrifices. But I'll tell you, like I've told my 7 kids, you didn't ask to be born. You asked to be loved. I don't dispute anything that people go through. Mental health, bullying, violence, adults, hatred, males hating women, women hating men. I ain't getting into that. You have to answer to your God on your own. Children never asked to be born. So why are we letting them die at an alarming rate? Why are we making excuses for having a gun when you ain't protecting nobody but killing everybody? At some point, we have to make a choice to do what's right. This is the comic book. It's called The Real Adventures of Captain85, both for the simple reason they are choices that we're going to have to make in life. Our young people have to make choices in life. And we got to stop painting the picture like, hey, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Cemetery is busy. The undertaker ain't losing no dollars. We have a choice to protect our future generation. Our generation is at stake. Everywhere you turn, all you can do is watch the news. And I've been watching the news for the last 10 years. About every hour when I'm not in school. or when I'm not asleep, starting at 4:30 in the morning, all the way up to 12 with the talk shows. But we have to be more responsible. Everybody's out here. We're going to take back the community. You don't own the community. How can you take something back that you don't own? You rent, you stay in an apartment. You don't own the apartment, you rent it. If you don't believe me, miss the payment and see how fast you be evicted. Oh, you own the house you in? Or you own the mortgage? Because you don't own the house. That's 30 years. So you're gonna take something back that you don't even own yet. Okay. Let's get down to the real talk and stop pretending. Everybody wanted $20 an hour. Okay, you want 20? We're gonna give you 20. But we're gonna raise the prices up on everything. Now you're still working for $8 or $9 an hour. What part you don't understand? You thought you were gonna get $20 or $25 an hour and everything gonna stay the same. You're gonna keep the money. We gonna keep the money. We making money now. Okay. Did you add in when gas? Oh yeah. You talk about gas. Before the election, they was talking about the gas prices. Then how come after the election nobody's talked about it? Because over the holidays, I went all the way down to Georgia, South Carolina. Gas prices like $3, $3.30. Some was $3.05. But before then, it was $5 all across the board. Hey, look, the Democrats are killing us. Look at these high prices. Well, the election was over before Thanksgiving. And normally during Thanksgiving time, any holidays, they go up on gas prices. Well, the gas prices going to South Carolina, Georgia, $3. Is anybody talking about it? Did you see it on the news? No, you didn't. They ain't talking about it. Stop being fooled by politics. You don't want to get out and vote. I don't want to stand in line. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Fine. They already got the Republicans are already talking about cutting Social Security again. They cut things again. Why do you think we got all this? We pay more money insurance, health insurance, than we pay on anything else. Keep being fooled. Cities around here, the Democrats passed the bill, Joe Biden, $150 million to all the cities for grassroots organizations to get money to curtail the violence in our community. And I keep telling you, I've been doing this for over 40 years. And the hardest thing for me is to get is any money from anybody. The hardest city is Virginia Beach. The next hardest city is Norfolk. The jury's still out on Portsmouth. And the next hardest is Chesapeake. Because this is what I do. I study things that affect our children because I was brought up raising my nieces and nephews ever since I was 5 years old. I don't know nothing else but to study and try to figure out ways to solve problems because that's how I was able to manage clubs. That's how I was able to go on jobs and save the companies that I work for when I'm making less than $1 an hour on delivery, making $6 or $7 at Colonial Store Warehouse and saved them over $400,000. Me and my brother-in-law and 2 other employees, which is supposed to have been a 1.5-year job, supposed to have been about 16 to 18 months to do it. We did it less than a year, saved the company $400,000 to $600,000. And you're telling me it's all in what you know. God gives us talents. He gave our young people talents. You thinking this violence is going on because it's just black. That's one of the reasons. There is no such thing as a black person, first of all, and there's no such thing as a white person. First of all, the white didn't come in to after slavery was over. That's when the Ku Klux Klan started wearing the hood to show you that, hey, I'm gonna scare you. That's when white supremacy was born. All the other times, they were just your enemies in all countries. White supremacy started after slavery. But that's another history story. I'm here to say we have to protect our kids. It is their time to be able to adjust the light in my living room. It's hard for me. I apologize, but I'm trying to move out the sun. But nevertheless, it's important for us to understand why I call it the best of the 757. We got some of the best talent here in the 757. We got some of the greatest parents in the world that's being misled and misguided. We got politicians that want our vote, and then when they get in office, the only bag they thinking about is the one they can get for themselves. You should be asking yourself, how come all the candidates that used to be working in places like the shipyard or city officials, they millionaires and you still working on the same bag? You should be asking yourself that. Everybody wants to be a politician. I never chose to be one. God don't call everybody to the same task. My task has always been one. Think about the children. This is what I've done. I've been blessed to have 7 kids. I've been blessed to have over 15 grandkids. My kids graduate from high school. My youngest just entered the Army and graduated from boot camp last week. Now he's in school, and after he finished school, he'll get his duty station. I want your kids to be like my kid. I want them to grow up, be responsible, be good adults, and make you proud of them. They can't do it by themselves in this world today. If you look at somebody the wrong way, they want to fight you. If you put on the wrong type of clothes, they want to tease you and bully you. Why? You're all the kids. Work together. Love one another. Because at the end of the take, when you leave here, you don't know where you're going because you're a spirit. Stop believing that when you die, your body is dead. The body is dead 3 to 5 days after you've been taken to the corner. Your spirit leaves your body. If you don't believe me, look it up on the internet. Or go call the Undertaker shop and ask them. Your spirit leaves the body after 3 to 5 days. And after that, it's just an empty shell. That's why people be like, don't bury me, cremate me, cremate me. I don't want to wake up. I'll be scared. I'll be in the underground. Can't breathe. Oh no, you're gonna breathe. You ain't gonna breathe anyway because you're dead. But they can't put your body in the ground unless the spirit is left. You need to do your research. Stop faking the funk like you know. Everybody knows everything. I tell you like this, I don't know nothing. I know what my spirit shows me. I know what's in a book to follow up. The most important book you got is that Bible. And they ain't got nothing to do with what nationality or race you is. That Bible was designed for your spirit. to guide you while your spirit is walking on this planet called Earth, to keep you from falling in the trap of the evil one. Satan, who was in heaven, was kicked out with 100 angels. Kicked out. So you can keep thinking one way. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm just asking for your support to support the artist that's trying to do a good job and bring some positive music to this area and to your family and friends. And I hope you share this video with some of your Facebook or Instagram people. I don't have all the answers. I'm still searching for the answers for my own self. Why am I here? Why I keep doing the things that people, it seems, why do I see it to be so easy to stop things and other people make it complicated? I've been in meetings and places that some of y'all may not never know or go. But I tell you this, I didn't go for myself. I went because the future generation is at stake. Your child is at stake. Your life is at stake. Remember the 6 that just died at Walmart. It could have been you. It could have been your child at 15 years that got shot. Your daughter going to Mexico and being beaten to death. Your daughter on the internet. Man comes to your house, police come to your house and kill everybody and steal your daughter. Are we watching? Are we just sitting around pointing fingers? Are we praying? It's in scripture. Until my people humble themselves and fall down on their knees and pray, and only then I will hear their cry in heaven, and I will heal the land. He didn't say he was going to heal us. He said the land, because we are from the clay of the earth. That's why it says fall down on your knees, and only then God will heal the land. Heal the land. Our land is sick. And if our land is sick, we are sick. And God is not answering your call because you haven't understand, because you didn't pray. You didn't read for knowledge. And then you didn't pray for wisdom, because God works in mysterious ways. That's how he works. But I'm not a preacher. And I'm not too much of a teacher. But I know this. God wanted us to love one another. Whether we are born on this planet or we're brought here from other planets around the solar system. So however you want to believe or achieve, at the end of the tape, we all gonna die. We all gonna leave one way or another. I pray for everyone. And I know all nationalities. I've been in rooms with, sit at the table with. Everybody has feelings. Everybody wants to bag. But most of all, everybody wants to be loved. The most gift that God gave us is to love one another. I hope you join me at 3 o'clock. I'll send a link out. WBDM, radio and Facebook, Messenger, Twitter, Instagram. Links, wherever you might be viewing from. Until the next time we meet, to the next time we greet. This has been the Best of the 757 Community Talk Show with Captain 85. Thank you for listening and watching.